Retirement benefits. Retirement benefits are often the subject of property settlement in divorce. When a couple gets a divorce, it's not uncommon that one or both of the couples has a right in the retirement benefit of the other person that were earned, the retirement benefits earned while they were married. Okay, but what happens if the retirement benefits are military retirement benefits? Well, that takes us to this week's case. Involves a real couple, man and wife, living in Mississippi. At the time they went through their divorce, he had retired from the U.S. military. He had a career in the U.S. military, and he was beginning to receive retirement benefits. Under the divorce settlement, the property settlement, she was to receive 40% of his retirement from the military. Okay, now let's fast forward a little bit, and after a few years, he brought claim for disability benefits. And he brought this claim for injuries that he'd received while he served in the U.S. military. The benefits were awarded. Now, under the law, there's a dollar-for-dollar offset of retirement and disability. So basically what happens is if you receive disability benefits in the amount of $500 a month and you were receiving retirement benefits in the amount of $1,000 per month, the $500 is subtracted from the $1,000, and while you still get $1,000 a month, $500 is disability, $500 is retirement. Okay. Now, he claimed, as a result, that the disability benefits that he was receiving were not subject to the divorce settlement because they had never been addressed. He wasn't receiving them at the time of the divorce, and therefore he said, you know what? You don't get any part of my actual disability benefits. You only get my retirement benefits, 40% of that. And because my retirement benefits have been reduced because of the money I'm getting in disability, I only owe you $100 a month instead of $600 a month. She said, hold on here. That doesn't seem fair to me. And he said, look, under the law, you can't have any portion of this because under the law, the federal law, military disability benefits only go to the individual who suffered that disability. She said, I don't like this. She brought suit, wanted to modify the divorce decree to make sure that she continued to receive the amount that she previously was receiving. This went all the way up to the Mississippi Supreme Court, and up there the Mississippi Supreme Court looked at it and they said, ooh, wow, you know what? This is governed by federal law because these military benefits are all basically governed by federal law. And in this instance, federal law takes precedent over state law. There's a doctrine under the law whereby if the federal government passes a law that deals with a very specific area, and you have a state law that also deals with a specific area, the federal law actually preempts or takes over from the state law. So in this instance, the Mississippi Supreme Court looked at this and they said, here we've got federal law. It specifically states what happens to these military disability benefits. It says nobody else gets them other than the person who suffers the disability, and so guess what? You don't get any part of the disability payments, and you only get 40% of the retirement benefits, and since he is now receiving far fewer retirement benefits, you receive far fewer retirement benefits because 40% of a lesser amount is a lesser amount. The court went on and said, while we question, and you may want to question the equities of this or the fairness of this, it is federal law, and federal law in this instance basically controls. It controls because it preempts or takes the place of state law, which would have provided for a different and more equitable distribution of the monies that he was receiving on a monthly basis. So what do we learn from this case? What do we learn from this case? We learn a couple of things. One, while divorce matters and property settlement matters arising from divorces are basically dealt with through state law, and the states can do that in different ways because we have 50 different states, when it comes to benefits that are derived from service in the military or federal service, civil servants or whatever, well, that's governed by the federal statutes, and therefore those laws will control. So if you're involved with or contemplating a divorce from somebody who is a member of the military, has been a member of the military, or someone who is serving the federal government in another way, possibly in the judiciary or has been a civil servant in some other manner, well, you need to be aware of what the federal law provides with respect to distribution of those benefits, whether they're disability benefits or whether they're retirement benefits. Hey, bring you this case as we bring you cases every week so you understand how the law works. I'm David Allen.